Hey guys, so Corey and I have been getting a lot of questions on how we mount our GoPros on our masks because we have it in the center of our masks kind of to give you guys a better view of us playing instead of like the side cams on the side of your helmets. So that's what it looks like there. I don't want to give you guys a closer up look, so I'm just going to pop out the lens and we're going to go in for a closer look and I'll show you guys how to do it. Okay guys, so I pulled off the lens, so that's what it looks like up close for you guys. So now, I'll just get a flashlight for you guys to see a little bit better. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Alright, so I'm not going to pull everything apart just because I have it set perfectly to where I want it, so I'm not going to take it apart to show you guys, but I will go into detail. So mine is a jazz stand. You get these online. I think they're like 20 to 30 bucks roughly, and it takes a little bit of time to get to you, but it is well worth it. Unfortunately, Corey's kept on breaking, so he got like a bike mount. I'm not sure if he got like a separate bike mount or the GoPro bike mount, but he got one of those and it works perfectly. It's just like the same thing. So the jazz stand actually is this piece here. So it's kind of like a triangular piece with the teeth on top, and then it comes with this bottom piece here, this black bar kind of. So here's a back view of it. So the jazz stand, like I said, is this piece, not this arm, and not this screw lock. It is just this piece. This piece and the one on the bottom, like I showed you, the black bar. So what you do, you get those, you find the center of your mask. Usually I line it up, as you can see, I line it up with the Dye logo on the nose right here. So I line up with that, and I know that's center because that logo is the center of the mask. Now, when you put it onto the mask, you got to find the vents that are closest to the holes made in the jazz stand. Now, this was a little tight for me getting in here, so I actually had to file down the jazz stand a little bit just to fit in a little bit nicer, snugger for me, because I wanted it not to move at all. So after you do that, you're going to have to get some screws and some bolts. I would recommend getting some washers also, just so that evens out the pressure on the jazz stands. Just so it wouldn't crack or anything if you get shot, or if you're running too hard, or if you fall and hit your head. I don't know what's gonna happen to you, but yeah, I got some screws. So I got some screws. They were originally, I think they were like about this long down here, so they were in my way. So I did have to cut those off too. So yeah, they came down to roughly, probably to where my finger is now. So yeah, I had to cut those off, but you just put the screws in with the washers, then you bolt it on. I use the bolts that have the plastic on the inside because they tend to be tighter and a snugger fit, so it would be less movement for this jazz stand. So that's what I did. Now for the arms, there's different ways you could use it from just that jazz stand or the bike stand, whatever way, because the bike stand will be the same way, set up like this. It depends on what you want for the setup. Like for Corey, I know he does, when he does speedball, he puts his GoPro just on like this, just up straight like this, because sometimes the loader gets in the way. When I do my speedball, I do it the exact same way I do my MagFed games, stuff like that. I don't change it because it seems to work for me. So what I did is I went on eBay and I got these. I found these straight arms, so it's teeth on teeth, because usually you can only find them teeth and then it turns and teeth going the other way. So those obviously wouldn't work. Well, they would, but you just have to use like twice the amount of arms to make it straightened out. So these arms are they're like 10 bucks, and you get like 5 of them plus 5 screws and 5 bolts. So what I did is I got one, and I kind of filed down the one piece here, as you guys can see, hopefully. Right here, you see that kind of that space right here, my finger is. I filed that down just so the GoPro would fit the back piece of this bar where it swivels open. I fit that in there, so it'll go like this. Now you see how it fits nice and snug in there. So that's what I did, and that's how I set up. That's what my GoPro looks like on the mask, like that. Now obviously I can't show you what it looks like with the actual GoPro in, because that's what I'm recording with right now. So that's what I do. Also Corey, I know he does, instead of doing one arm like this, he does two arms when he does his MagFag games. So he does one kind of angled up like this, and another one like this, and then the GoPro attached hanging down. Now remember, when you do set up the GoPro like this, you're gonna have to flip the angle of the camera so it's upside down. It's not that hard. You just go into the settings, you turn it from up to down, whatever it is, and then you're all set to go. Now probably because we're gonna get some questions for that, like what we use as our settings on our GoPro. The settings I use are 1080 by 30 frames per second, and I use wide angle just to give you guys even more of a view of what I see. Sometimes I even look at the footage and I see things that I didn't even see in person, so that's kind of funny. But that's what I use indoor. Now outdoor, me and Corey both use, I believe it's 720 by 30. I think we used. That's when we go to PRZ, something like that, just because the outdoors lines up enough, and it like you guys see the footage from PRZ and stuff like that, it works perfectly. Corey also uses 1080 by 60 because YouTube now allows 60 frames per second now. I don't do that just because rendering takes so long doing that, editing videos and stuff like that. But to me, I don't see too much of a difference between 1080-30 and 1080-60. It's just a little bit smoother lines and stuff like that, which is okay because you'd be running around anyway playing paintball. So yeah, hopefully this helped you guys with the GoPro mounts. And now if you guys need to know what settings we use, just make sure you flip the camera upside down. You tighten these down nice and tight because you don't want it shifting around. Like as you can see, I'm trying to move this jazz stand and it's moving the whole brow piece of the mask just because I put it in there so tight. You want it like that. Now, because Corey's jazz stand's kind of snapped a little bit, I would say not to put, when you have the bolt, the bolt and the screw screwed into the jazz stand, I wouldn't say over tighten it too much, just because we found out that was what the problem with Corey's. He over tightened it too much and these teeth that were attached to the jazz stand snapped, and obviously he was unable to use it for quite a bit. So yeah, hopefully this helped you guys out. Like I say, if there's any more videos that you guys want me to do a review on of my equipment, or stuff you want me to show you, anything like that, just let me know in the comments below, and hopefully see you on the field.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And also, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask. And I hope to see you on the field.